It's now Friday, June 21st. It's a travel day, and we're watching a lot of people leave. We're leaving the Ann Arbor, Detroit area, and we're heading over to Lansing. We're guessing about an hour and a half drive. And this afternoon, there is actually going to be a tour from our campground we'll be at. We're going to go down to the state capitol. Hopefully everybody makes it safe, and it's another day.
So today is day 6, June 22nd, 2024, and we're going to continue our caravan today. We got a really busy day. I just looked at the roster, and actually I was wondering why this is such a comfortable group. We have 16 customer rigs, and then we have the tail gunner and the Wagon Master rig, so we have 18 total rigs. So we're in Lansing, and we're going to get picked up by a motorcoach, and the first thing that it's going to do, it's going to take us to the R.E. Olds Transportation Museum. It's a self-guided tour in the museum. I'm really looking forward to this. After that, we'll do lunch in Old Town, Lansing, and we'll be able to walk around and putz around there.
Check it out. Yeah.
At the prescribed time, we'll depart from Old Town, and then we're going to head to the Michigan History Museum, and then we'll depart from there, and we're going to continue to hit many of the satellite locations of the Michigan State University.
Yeah.
So this whole day is going to be about 7 hours. You can see that they really pack in a lot of things to do, a lot of places to go.
What are you doing, man?
I'm getting in line. I'm number 6 on the pass-through side.
What
Come
does
join
that
me.
mean when you get number 6?
We're mixing up our seats, baby. Mark can't help himself. This is the first thing we see, and there he is.
I walked in 10 feet, and the first thing I said was, wow. And you know, when you look at a small museum like this, and you go, oh, well, it's such a small museum. No. You have to realize that what it is it's a gem in that everything is boiled down for you and polished up. Everything about Oldsmobile, you're going to be an expert when you leave, rather than just seeing a whole bunch of cars. Like, what the heck is this thing? Well, we're going to know about it real shortly. So I don't know if you read this right up here, Sue, but this was a classic example of a family car that was created for a guy without a family.
You can actually go in these. There's got a few. Mark, what are you doing in the back seat?
Come on, honey, I'm getting antsy. I want to relive our first date. I remember when I worked at the gas station in 1967, 68. I started working in a gas station, and a car like this would come in, and it was just a fantastic dream vehicle for me. And you look at some of these other ones that they have displayed here. When you're a young kid working at a gas station and you really don't have a lot of money, when you see something like this come in, you're just drooling.
Mark said, wow, gotta check it out.
Well, you know, everybody on our tour just walked by this aisle, and they're already way over there. We can't get past the first 3 cars. Check this baby out. How many people noticed it's got an engine in the front and a spare backup engine in the back?
Oh my God.
You know?
Wow. Only you would
Wow.
notice that.
And I'm pretty sure, you remember, you learn a lot of things on the Ojin channel, but I'm pretty sure the front engine is for when you're going forward, and the rear engine is when you go in reverse. Pretty sure that's the way it works.
Pretty sure.
This is the car that completely changed my life. I can remember the first time I saw a tornado, it did exactly what I wanted it to do. It ended up pulling out and lighting the tires up and burning out, because this car was one of the first cars, big giant cars like this, that was front wheel drive, and that baby was macho. Now the engine that was in this car and the transmission ended up being in the General Motors famous RV that they made, and I don't know what the model name was. I'll put that up on screen. What a beauty. Here's a good display with the collection of engines that Oldsmobile used over the years. I love when they have a a nice cutaway like this that shows you, if you don't have an inkling on what all goes into an engine. So in 1940, General Motors came up with the first true automatic transmission, and the miracle that we take for granted is all packed up in some neat little arrangement there. They look, I'm sure, totally different now, but thinking back in the day, what a miracle that was. And you can see that it was a $57 option to get the automatic on your new 1940 Oldsmobile. So this is the whole team of pub reporters, and the beauty of that is they have their name tags on, so I don't even have to remember their name. We got Tim, we got Leonard, and we got Ruth. You'll notice I did not have to turn around. But you apparently are going somewhere else. Where are you going?
To the Middle East restaurant.
You're going to the Middle East. Okay. So that's why he's got that outfit on, because he's going to the Middle East. All right, let's get going.
They're saying that the group last year that was here, they had 2 hours. That's what we have this year, and they said it was not enough. I'm guessing it won't be enough for us. Heading in all directions. So got 3 floors. Third floor is the 20th century autos. Mark decided he wanted to check out the history of tech first.
One of my first calculators, and it's in a museum. What does that tell you about me? Well, SR10. I'm starting to think I should announce to the channel that I'm not going to be around much longer.
Oh, no.
Because this is the second display I walked in, and I actually saw a newer version, not the same version, a newer version of this iPod that I have.
Just watched a movie on the beginning of Michigan with the explosion of jobs and everything. A lot of immigrants coming in. Really good. So far, really cool museum. And as you can see, most of these programs actually were brought on by Franklin Roosevelt. President Franklin Roosevelt pledged for a New Deal just to alleviate some of the nation's misery, as this poster talks about. So we just finished at the History Museum. We're still on the campus at Michigan State U. We're actually hitting the dairy store now.
Right. We burned 10 calories walking around.
So we're going to have 1,000.
Yeah.
All right, so we just got back from our outing, and tomorrow is a travel day. So our trail master will give us a sheet on like the events and stuff that'll be happening the next day or the day after. And it's kind of like just a chance for us all to regroup, make sure we're on the same page, knowing how to get there.
The first caravan we went on, which was the Grand Circle, it was a lot longer travel days,
Yes.
a lot longer distances,
Yeah.
and a lot different driving situation. So we were spread out a lot. Whereas here, because the drives are, you know, like tomorrow's drive, I think is an hour and a half.
Yeah, 90 miles.
If we all sort of drive the speed limit and we all sort of want to get there as soon as we can, we may very well all end up arriving at the same time again.
Like today.
This was the first time when we went to this one that on any of the caravans that we've been on that there was that many. But then again, this is a very small entrance to a park.
Since we're kind of early, nobody else is here. Let's go over our trip log. So this is really nice. You know, it's a 31-day traversing Michigan. Got a phone number on the front. Always bring a pen or a pencil going to the meeting. So we do have a calendar of what and where. And it's nice because they explain a lot. Do you want to hold it like that?
Yeah.
That's right. They explain a lot in here, bold in caps for when we're traveling. They give you a lot of information. They actually do have, like, set your odometer at 0, and they'll tell you at 0.7 you're going to turn right. So the bold letters are actions, what you do, and you can keep track of right down the way on all your turns and where you're going. The days of travel are longer, and you can see right here, they did find out ahead of time that this exit was closed, so we were going to take exit 104 instead. So this is what's really nice about this trip log. It gives you so much information.
And trust me, when we go on the historic Eastern caravan with the Adventure Caravans come this September, we're really counting on this doing a trick for us because we're pretty skittish about driving the big boy in the roads, in all of the narrow roads that are out there. And from what we understand, you can get in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong bridge height. So we're going to follow that book religiously.
A lot of people here have dogs. If you do have a dog, they will make arrangements if it's going to be a long day to find somebody to come and walk your dog. A few people have done that. So if you have a pet, don't worry, they will help you out with that too. I'm telling you, they organize everything.
The drivers meeting. All the drivers.
Hi.
The only important ones are the navigators.
That's right.
End up with
Okay, I'm ready to move.
Roger that. Roger that. And there goes another. All right, here we go. Watch that rock on your side.
Permission to come aboard.
Thank you, Captain. Adventure 1, this is Adventure 6. We're entering the park.
Okay, number 6, just pull up as far as you can. There'll be a lady coming soon with a scooter to park you.
And at number 6, keep to the right. There's in and out traffic here.
Roger that, organic farmer.
Okay. I'm going to pull forward.
All right.
All right, so we did arrive, and one nice thing is on some days, especially after a driving day, if it's not too late, we have a social. So that's what's happening today. It's about 4:30. We're heading over to the clubhouse, and it's pretty organized. They're not doing a potluck. That gets confusing, but they're bring a snack. So we are caravan number 6, the number 6 vehicle or whatever. And today is actually all the odd numbers bring a snack. All right, here's our gathering. Look at that. Oh my gosh, lots of fruits. Excellent. All right, day 8, and it is June 24th, day 8. We're in Holland, Michigan now, and we're actually on a motorcoach tour again. So we're heading into Holland. We're going to go to the Holland Museum, see a couple historical houses that look really cool. Once we're done with that, we're going to Saugatuck, a city that's supposed to be really artsy. And I'm looking forward to that. So we'll walk around, have some lunch there. When we're done, we're going on a sand dune ride.
It's funny because when I always think of the places in Michigan that I wanted to see, kind of a burning desire, it was always the sand dunes, and it was always Mackinac Island.
Right,
so we're going to be doing both. So we got here so early in the morning, I had a golden opportunity to quick run through the museum to show you what it's like. And the way this place was organized is the lower level was actually all of the history of Holland, Michigan, in terms of agriculture and business and the government and how everything was set up. Each and every one of these little stations was kind of a complete and packaged little story for you to read, and it was extremely well organized, super clean, and just polished up like a brand new penny. But at least on the first floor, the showstopper was the Netherlands clock, which was constructed for the 1939 New York World's Fair, and it actually ended up here because the war started and they did not want to ship it back. Now I can tell you how lucky we are to have this running in front of us, because only 1 minute per month does it run on the first Saturday of every month. And it was not Saturday, but because of special arrangements that were made by Adventure Caravan, we got to see this thing run for a minute. This clock is 8 feet tall and it has 7 levels, and it starts with the Queen and has all the different levels of government all the way down to the bottom. And on the bottom is people of industry, art and science, educators, transportation, military, and the state police. All of the people needed to run a successful government. So one of the cool things about this tour that we're on is when we go to all the individual cities that we're visiting, we stop at the museum that the city has so you can actually understand what the city is about. And this is a really high quality museum for the city of Holland. But what I'm learning here is, in a nutshell, because of the craftsmen that were here from the Netherlands and from Holland, and the specialty of working with wood that they had, it attracted all sorts of companies that had a lot of wood in the product, like the piano, all of the wood here. The craftsmen moved from Chicago and came to this area. And then this display here is actually a furniture company, a bunch of different iterations of it, not the least of which is Herman Miller, that was just famous for making, really great office furniture. So let's head upstairs to the Dutch galleries and learn about how Dutch heritage has made Holland, Michigan what it is today. So this thing is called a marriage cabinet. And this picture here shows that the top two are the wife's family, the husband's family and the wife's family. So that's their crest. And then this is the story of the families. Can you imagine the effort that went into building this thing. And then how'd you like to be saddled with carrying this thing around for the rest of your existence on the planet? You know, you couldn't tell your wife, you know, it's kind of heavy, I want to get rid of it. And they're going, what the heck? It's our marriage cabinet. What's this display, honey? What? Oh!
Nothing Holland.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought it was a display on fashion in the 2024s and how to be hip and trendy and when you're on a tour.
So we've got about 20 minutes to kill before we get back on the bus. So there's this Centennial Park right across the street from the Holland Museum. It is beautiful. The landscape is amazing. Over in the corner, we're gonna maybe head and see the Oz book. This is my kind of fountain. Look at its rock, but it's all covered with moss and plants. Bravo, Holland, Centennial Park. Wow, this is pretty cool. Talk about cool topiary. So it's got a variety of different, almost looks like ground covers.
Somebody that really understands
How
plants
grow and
Yep.
yeah.
a plantologist.
Is that what you call it? Is
Yeah.
that what you call it? Back on the bus, and now we're going to be heading over to Saugatuck. Walk around, get some lunch. The day continues. Right, next stop is the, I think you say Capen House and Settler's House. 2 historic homes, part of the museums. So I guess he came to the country as an immigrant, obviously, and he was penniless. I think he was pretty young, too. It was like 18 or 19, something like that.
And he started a leather business, and you know, his fortune was made because apparently when the Civil War started, the Civil War
Needed leather.
They needed leather, so that put him on the map. It was really a good introduction on who
they had a great
Isaac
video.
Capon was, and I'm really thankful for that because sometimes OJIM gets things a little mixed up. When we went here, I misread today's schedule, and I thought we were going to Al Capone's. But now I understand he was a totally different person, and he's awesome. So let's check it out.
Yeah.
So in a second, I want Sue to turn around and show the doorway, how grand the door itself is, but in particular how awesome the molding is. And visualize yourself at Home Depot trying to get a section of that in case you damage something, like, you know, you're bringing a bed in or something. Check out this woodwork and the molding.
Yeah. Okay, let's move into this one.
Huh.
And you just laid it.
I'm checking out some of the titles here. I'm surprised one of them's on the keto diet.
Hey, we just took a walk down to the Settler's House, just down the block. So kind of give us a version of how, you know, other people have lived in this home. This house actually survived the fire, so that's what's so special about it. So we're now in Saugatuck, and it's lunchtime, and we're heading out to the Butler that was suggested. It seems like the whole bus is going to be there. We're going to overwhelm this place. Beautiful day. We got a beautiful outdoor dining up and down.
So Tim, you enjoyed your company here enough that you think you'll probably eat with them again, or?
Well, we'll see how it goes. See who invites me first.
Goes across our belt that goes across everyone's lap. It's a teamwork belt. If one of you go, you all go.
Oh, nice.
And they taught us in training, safety third, right?
Third, yeah.
Yeah, first is having fun, second is looking good, somewhere around third is safety.
Come on! Yeah! Here we go! Yeah! 1, 2, 3, 4! Come on!
What's your dogs out?
Oh my God, I'm
Yeah.
letting my dogs out. They're drowned in now.
Yeah, there you go. Sue has to have her dogs out. These are politically correct senior citizen guardrails. You know, they're just kind of juxtaposition here, but there's a reason for that.
It'll keep us back.
Take me to the streets so I can celebrate. Never knew a feeling better than today. Means to a beginning of a brighter day. Letting in a feeling, mending what we break. Find the solace in the dissonance. You control the way you see the world. We've come so far, and now let go. Let the feeling take its toll. We've worked so hard, now don't you know? This is music for the soul.
So what'd you think?
It was really good. We asked the guy, you know, what kind of engine's in it. You know, all the important engineering
Oh,
things.
about the dune buggy?
Yeah,
Oh my
it's a,
God.
It's a 12 valve diesel, so it's really an old one. And he said they're custom built. The owner is also kind of a mechanic, so he sort of half builds them himself.
Oh wow.
And it's got about 300,000 miles on it. And when we were doing that, and we're getting in our Van Hool tour bus right now, but Tim, one of the guys that we hang around with and we're traveling with, he said he looked at the odometer and it has 2.5 million miles
On our tour motorcoach, not the sand dune buggy. Anyways, my question is, how was it? He talks mechanical stuff.
Oh,
my God, that ride was exhilarating. I do not like fast, and I obviously didn't have control, but I felt comfortable. It was fun. It was exhilarating.
Yeah.
But I would do it again. So it is June 25th. It's day 9 of our caravan, and this was kind of a down day today. This morning they actually, our wagon master and tail gunner, were going to make a breakfast for all of us, but it was pouring, thunder,
all
lightning.
day last night.
So they canceled it, and they said we'll do it another time.
Which worked out good because
Yeah.
that was a day for everybody to get things done.
Yeah.
We saw people doing laundry, going grocery shopping. We
So
went to the
that's-
hardware store. We
Yeah.
took care of some business. So, you know, there are days where you might not have that opportunity, and then you just have to decide what you're not going to do. So we're at the Center for the Arts, in Saugatuck.
Yep.
And the name of the Broadway play is called Beautiful, and it's kind of the story and the songs of Carole King.
Yeah.
We're kind of excited to see this. It's really a change of pace from camping and museums and ice cream parlors,
Sand dunes,
and now
and
we feel kind of classy, you know?
That's the cool thing of caravans. They mix it up. They give you a little bit of everything. So we got all dressed up today. I even put jewelry on.
And I want to see how sharp the audience is. Can you figure out where the Adventure Caravan people are sitting? You know, I mean, we've got really smart subscribers, so I'm pretty sure they're going to know that it's that row right there. No, it's this row right here. That's what it is. Yeah.
So what'd you think, Mark?
Okay, the excitement is simmering down now. You can see the cars in the back leaving. We're actually in like the courtyard that is partially, probably 50% shaded. You can see the beautiful tables and that, so that you can wait ahead of time before your play. I'm telling you, this play was really professionally done.
Really
You
good.
come to Saugatuck, hope I'm saying it right.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that you time it with one of the 2 major productions that they have every season. They have Beautiful, the one that we went in now, and then the other one is Million Dollar Quartet. And then they're already announcing which are the ones that they have for the next season.
Yeah, once again, Adventure Caravan is really mixing it up.
Yeah.
Things outdoors, doing the museums. This is more cultural. This was outstanding.
And guess what? We got to go to bed early because I got to get up at 7 because we got to be on the
Yeah,
motorcoach at
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
That's right.